blackout. And y'all know what them blacks about. Yeah. Okay, say it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Forget an LLC. The world was black owned. Black kings, black crowns on a black throne. Black kings, black queens making black clones. Black peace back east, bringing back those. Poverty, slavery, and they snatched souls. Prison system, feminism, and the crack soul. Still couldn't kill us, then we came back bold. The Most High put some fire on these black coals. I ain't here to jeopardize it, just to add a fire. This a Malcolm X mixed with some Hezekiah. This a Muhammad Ali with some Nehemiah. This some stop being the lowest, time to get higher. Even at our best, we still ain't maxed out. I wish I had a wood, I'd bring the axe out. And all we ever do is bring the facts out. Once the blacks come in, it's a blackout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We're raising up Israel. Let's go. We're raising up the Israelites. Let's go. We're raising up Israel. Let's go. We're raising up the Israelites. Let's go.
All right. Shalom, shalom, Israel, shalom. And to those of y'all that we did not get to speak to yesterday, I wish you a true and happy Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom anyways, and happy Feast of Trumpets. You dig what I'm saying? I'm happy to be here. I hope that you guys are happy to come and join us as we continue our studies. I'll walk through the scriptures as we continue to get on one accord with all of Israel, script by script, verse by verse, chapter by chapter. Without further ado, I want to go ahead and give a big ups to John Boy. I know I do it almost every video, and I'm very thankful for that, and I'm going to continue doing such. He's the one that did the anthem to our channel that you just got finished listening to. And big shout outs to the wife, Yamisha. Love you. She's the one that did the video that you got to watch to go hand in hand with that song. I got my twin brother, Yana Kota, in the building. We're going to pick right on up where we left off. We're going to pick up with the book of Jasher, chapter 83. What's going on, Yana Kota?
Hey, shalom. What's going on? Am I coming in loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
All right, cool, man. Hey, all blessings be unto the mighty Yahuwah, and to Yeshua HaMashiach, his ever begotten son. I want to say late Shabbat Shalom to the fam, and also happy feast days. This is the beginning of our fall feast, so I wanted to say shalom to y'all all. Shalom alaikum.
Alaikum shalom. All right. Without further ado, like I said, we're going to go ahead and jump into chapter 83. Ooh, there's just a little bit of feedback, Yana Kota. Just a touch. All right, you good. All right, and we can go ahead and jump right on into this. Chapter 83. Yana Kota, you want to start this off or you want me to?
All right. I can start this off. You said this is some feedback?
Nah, you're good to go now.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll pick it up.
All right.
This is the book of Jasher, chapter 83, verse 1. And in the 12th month, in the 23rd day of the month, Moshe took Aaron and his sons, and he dressed them in their garments and anointed them, and did unto them as Yahuwah commanded him. And Moshe brought up all the offerings which Yahuwah had on that day commanded him. And Moshe afterward took Aaron and his sons and said to them, for 7 days you shall remain at the door of the tabernacle, for thus I am commanded. And Aaron and his sons did all that Yahuwah had commanded them through Moshe. And they remained for 7 days at the door of the tabernacle. And on the 8th day, being the first day of the first month in the second year from Yisrael's departure from Mitzrayim, Moshe erected the sanctuary. And Moshe put up all the furniture of the tabernacle and all the furniture of the sanctuary. And he did all that Yahuwah had commanded him. And Moshe called to Aaron and his sons, and they brought the ascending smoke offerings and the sin offerings for themselves and the children of Yisrael, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. On that day, the two sons of Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, took strange fire and brought it before Yahuwah, who had not commanded them. And the fire went forth from before Yahuwah and consumed them, and they died before Yahuwah on that day. Then, on the day when Moshe had completed to erect the sanctuary, the princes of the children of Yisrael began to bring their offerings before Yahuwah for the dedication of the altar, and they brought up their offerings, each prince for 1 day, a prince for each day for 12 days. In all the offerings in which they brought each man in his day, 1 silver charger weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels after the shekels of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour mingled with oil for oblation. 1 spoon weighing 10 shekels of gold, full of incense, and 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for an ascending smoke offering, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and for the sacrifice of peace offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he goats, 5 lambs for a year old. Thus did the 12 princes of Yisrael day by day, each man in his day. And it was after this, in the 13th day of the month, that Moshe had commanded the children of Yisrael to observe Pesach. And the children of Yisrael kept the Pesach in its season on the 14th day of the month. As Yahuwah had commanded Moshe, so did the children of Yisrael. And in the second month of the day thereof, In the second month, on the day thereof, Yahuwah spake unto Moshe, saying, the number of heads of all the males of the children of Yisrael from 20 years old and upward. Is that every last one of them? No, just the ones from 20 years and upward. You and your brother Aaron and the 12 princes of Yisrael. And Moshe did so, and Aaron came up with the 12 princes of Yisrael, and they numbered the children of Yisrael in the wilderness of Sinai. And the number of the children of Yisrael by the houses of their father from 20 years old and upward were 603,550. But the children of Levi were not numbered amongst their children, and the children of Israel, their brethren, the children of Yisrael. And the number of all the males of the children of Yisrael from 1 month old and upward was 22,273. And the number of the children of Levi from 1 month old and above was 22,000. And Moshe placed the priests and the Levites each man to his service, to his burden to serve the sanctuary of the tabernacle, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. And on the 20th day of that month, the cloud was taken away from the tabernacle of testimony. And at that time, the children of Yisrael continued their journey from the wilderness of Sinai. And they took a journey of 3 days, and the cloud rested upon the wilderness of Paran. There, the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yisrael, for they had provoked Yahuwah in asking him for meat that they might eat. And Yahuwah hearkened to their voices and gave them meat, which they ate for 1 month. But the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against them, and he smote them with a great slaughtering, and they were buried in that place. And the children of Yahuwah called that place Kivrat Hata'avah. I'm going to say that again. Kivrat Hata'avah. Because they buried the people that lusted flesh. And they departed from Kivrat Hata'avah and pitched in Katsarah, which is in the wilderness of Paran. And the children of Yasharel were in Katsarah. And the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Mitzrayim on the account of Moshe, and she against Miriam, on the account of Moshe, and she became leprous, white as snow. I'm going to say that again. The anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Miriam on the account of Moshe, her brother, and she became leprous, white as snow. And she was confined.
Salakia, real quick. So you mean to tell me that when she became leprous, she was white as snow?
That's what it say.
So how do you know that she was white as snow? She was already white as snow and then was turned white as snow.
It wouldn't work, would it?
Don't seem like it. Don't seem like it. It seemed like, maybe she had that good old melanin. Looking like me and you. Looking like my beautiful wife. And then was cursed with leprosy and turned white as snow, which would be the only way to be able to see somebody turn white as snow. My bad. Go ahead.
All right. So it says that she became leprous, white as snow, and she was confined without the camp for 7 days until she had been received again after her leprosy. And the children of Yasharel afterwards departed from Katsarath and pitched in the end of the wilderness of Paran. At that time, Yahuwah spoke to Moshe to send 12 men of the children of Yasharel, 1 man to a tribe, to go and explore the land of Canaan. And Moshe sent the 12 men, and they came to the land of Canaan to search it and examine it. And they explored the whole land from the wilderness of Sin to Ravah, as you come to Kamath. And at the end of 40 days, they came to Moshe and Aaron, and they brought him word as it was in their hearts. And the 10 men brought up an evil report of the children to the children of Yasharel of the land which they had explored, saying, "It is better for us to return to Mitzrayim than to go into this land. To go into this land, a land that consumes its inhabitants." But Yahshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Yepuneh, who were of those that explored the land, said that the land is exceedingly good. If Yahuwah delight in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it to us, for it is a land flowing with milk and honey. But the children of Yasharel would not hearken to them, and hearken to the words of the 10 men, who had brought up an evil report out of the land. And Yahuwah heard the murmurings of the children of Yisrael, and he was angry and swore, saying, surely not one man of this wicked generation. They all know. Most High got pissed off now. He said, surely not one man of this wicked ass generation shall see the land from 20 years old and upward, except Caleb, the son of Yephuneh, and Joshua, the son of Nun. But surely this wicked generation shall perish in this wilderness, and their children shall come into the land, and they shall possess it. So the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yisrael, and he made them wander in the wilderness for 40 years, until the end of that wicked ass generation, because they did not follow Yahuwah. And the people dwelt in the wilderness of Paran a long time, and they afterward proceeded to the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea.
Oh boy. For those that really think.
Might be asking, well, why was they wicked? Why was they wicked? Because the Most High just took the most powerful world power that had been ruling for 1,000 years and put them at the bottom of the Red Sea. But let them 10 came back from Canaan, started stressing out, oh, well, we not going to make it. These people was like grass. They're giants, and we be but grasshoppers. And they despaired in their heart. They forsook Yahuwah in that moment, which made them wicked. And because they wickedness rubbed off on our ancestors, it thereby spread like a virus. And that whole generation got wiped out.
Facts. Absolutely. All right, moving on. Chapter 84. At that time, Korah, the son of Jasher, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, took many men of the children of Yisrael, and they rose up and quarreled with Moshe and Aaron and the whole assembly. And Yahuwah was angry with them. And the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, with their houses and all belonging to them, and all the men belonging to Korah. And after this, Elohim made the people go round by the way of Mount Seir for a long time. Verse 4. At that time, Yahuwah said unto Moshe, provoke not a war against the children of Esau, for I will not give to you of anything belonging to them, as much as the sole of the foot could tread upon. For I have given Mount Seir, for an inheritance to Esau. Y'all just go Google and take a look at Mount Seir and Petra, and you'll understand exactly who Esau is and what his inheritance is. Continuing on to verse 5. Therefore did the children of Esau fight against the children of Seir in former times, and Yahuwah had delivered the children of Seir into the hands of the children of Esau, and destroyed them from before them. And the children of Esau dwelt in their stead unto this day. Therefore Yahuwah said to the children of Yisrael, fight not against the children of Esau your brethren, for nothing in their land belongs to you, but you may buy food of them for money and eat it, and you may buy water of them for money and drink it. And the children of Yisrael did according to the word of Yahuwah. Verse 8. And the children of Yisrael went about the wilderness, going round by the way of Mount Sinai for a long time, and touched not the children of Esau. And they continued in that district for 19 years. The Most High made sure to drag it out, because it really does not take that long to go around that mount. Verse 9. At that time died Latinus, king of the children of Kittim, in the 45th year of his reign, which is the 14th year of the children of Yisrael's departure from Mizraim. Verse 10. And they buried him in his place, which he had built for himself in the land of Kittim. And Abinus reigned in his place for 38 years. And the children of Yisrael passed the boundary of the children of Esau in those days at the end of 19 years, and they came and passed the road of the wilderness of Moab. Verse 12. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, beseech not Moab, and do not fight against them, for I will give you nothing of their land. All right, let me go ahead and run that back one more time. Verse 12. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, beseech not Moab, and do not fight against them, for I will give you nothing of their land. Which means all the land that we ended up gathering, going into our land, that so-called plains of Moab, was not the property of Moab during that time frame. Why is that important? Because you have a lot of people that go around saying that Ruth was a Moabite because she came from the plains of Moab, in which case they could be no further from the truth. Picking up with verse 13. And the children of Yisrael passed the road of the wilderness of Moab for 19 years, and they did not fight against them. Verse 14. And in the 36th year of the children of Yisrael's departing from Mizraim, Yahuwah smote the heart of Sihon, king of the Amorites, and he waged war and went forth to fight against the children of Moab. And Sihon sent messengers to Beor, the son of Lanus, the son of Balaam, counselor to the king of Mizraim, and to Balaam his son, to curse Moab, in order that it might be delivered into the hand of Sihon. Verse 16. And the messengers went and brought Beor, the son of Lanus, and Balaam his son, from Pethor and Aram Naharaim and Aram Naharaim. So Beor and Balaam his son came to the city of Sihon, and they cursed Moab and their king in the presence of Sihon, the king of the Amorites. So Sihon went out with his whole army, and he went to Moab and fought against them, and he subdued them. And Yahuwah delivered them into his hands, and Sihon slew the king of Moab. You see who fought Moab. It wasn't Israel. You see who fought him. That would be the Amorites. Verse 18. And Sihon took all the cities of Moab in the battle. He also took Keshbon from them, for Keshbon was one of the cities of Moab. And Sihon placed his princes and his nobles in Keshbon, and Keshbon belonged to Sihon in those days. Therefore, the parable speakers, Beor and Balaam his son, uttered these words, saying, Come unto Keshbon, the city of Sihon will be built and established. Verse 20. Woe unto you, Moab! You are lost, O people of Chemosh. Behold, it is written upon the sefer of the Torah of Elohim. And when Sihon had conquered Moab, he placed guards in the cities which he had taken from Moab. And a considerable number of the children of Moab fell in battle into the hand of Sihon. And he made a great capture of them, sons and daughters, and he slew their king. So Sihon, Yisrael. So Sihon turned back to his own land. Verse 22. And Sihon gave numerous presents of silver and gold to Beor and Balaam his son, and he dismissed them. And they went to Aram Naharaim, to their home and country. At that time, all the children of Yisrael passed from the road of the wilderness of Moab and returned and surrounded the wilderness of Edom. Verse 24. So the whole assembly came to the wilderness of Sion, or Sin, in the first month of the 40th year from their departure from Mizraim. And the children of Yisrael dwelt there in Kadesh, of the wilderness of Sin. And Miriam died there, and she was buried there. Verse 25. At that time, Moshe sent messengers to Hadad, king of Edom, saying, Thus says your brother Yisrael, let me pass, I pray you, through your land. We will not pass through field or vineyard. We will not drink the water of the well. We will walk in the king's road. And Edom said to him, You shall not pass through my country. And Edom went forth to meet the children of Yisrael with a mighty people. And the children of Esau refused to let the children of Yisrael pass through their land. So Yisrael removed from them and fought not against them. Verse 28. For before this, Yahuwah had commanded the children of Yisrael, saying, You shall not fight against the children of Esau. Therefore, Yisrael removed from them and did not fight against them. So the children of Yisrael departed from Kadesh, and all the people came to Mount Hor. At that time, Yahuwah said to Moshe, Tell your brother Aaron that he shall die there, for he shall not come to the land which I have given to the children of Yisrael. And Aaron went up at the command of Yahuwah to Mount Hor in the 40th year, in the 5th month, and the first day of the month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died in Mount Hor. Wow. So there's a lot of truth in what was just going down in chapter 84, if you pay attention. Go ahead, Yanakotha.
My bad. Just had somebody randomly pull up. But anyway, yeah, it's you see how when the scripture talks about how they didn't remember the brotherly covenant, and how they rolled out against us as if they was going to fight against us in war. Well, that's what it's talking about at the event that took place. So here's Jasher chapter 85 and 1. And King Arad, the king of the Canaanites who dwelt in Negev, heard that Yisrael had come by the way of spies, and he arranged his forces to fight against Yisrael. And the children of Yisrael were greatly afraid of him, for he had a great and heavy army. So the children of Yisrael reserved to return to Mizraim. Y'all understand that this has always been a recurring theme with our people, is to always run back into Africa when stuff get hard. Run to Africa, run to Africa, run to Africa.
Even to this day, look at this commit movement that's going hand in hand with the Great Awakening of Yisrael. Look at this commit shit.
It's the same thing. It's going back to Egypt. You know what I'm saying? So,
or the Moors.
And so it says in verse 2, the children of Yisrael were greatly afraid of him, for he had a great and heavy army. So the children of Yisrael resolved to return to Mizraim. And the children of Yisrael turned back about the distance of 3 days' journey to Mirakoth. Excuse me. Unto Mirakoth and Bnei Akan, for they were greatly afraid on the account of the king of Arad. And the children of Yisrael would not go back to their places, so they remained in Bnei Karan for 30 days. Then the children of Levi saw that the children of Yisrael would not turn back. They were jealous for the sake of Yahuwah, and they rose up and fought against Yisrael, their brethren, and slew them in a great a great body, and forced them to turn back to their places. Mount Hor. And when they returned, King Arab was still arranging his host for battle against Yasharel. And Yasharel vowed a vow, saying, if you will deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities. And Yahuwah hearkened to the voices of Yasharel, and he delivered the Canaanites into their hand, and he utterly destroyed them in their cities, and called the name of that place Hormah. And the children of Yasharel journeyed from Mount Hor and pitched in Ovath, and they journeyed from Ovath and they pitched in Aiah Ha-Abrim, in the border of Moab. And the children of Yasharel sent to Moab, saying, let us pass through your land into our place. But the children of Moab would not suffer the children of Yasharel to pass through their land. For the children of Moab were greatly afraid lest the children of Yasharel should do unto them as Sihon, king of the Emarim, or the Amorites, had done to them, and had taken their land and had slain many of them. See, they thought that they was going to do like what the Amorites did. They said, nah, we cool on that. Fool us once, shame on us. Fool us twice, no, I don't think so. Now, therefore, Moab would not suffer Yasharel to pass through his land. And Yahuwah commanded the children of Yasharel, saying that they should not fight against Moab. So Yasharel removed from Moab. And the children of Yasharel journeyed from the border of Moab, and they came to the other side of the Arnon, the border of Moab, in between Moab and the Amorites. And they pitched in the border of Sihon, the king of the Amorites, in the wilderness of Kedemah. And the children of Yasharel sent messengers unto Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, let us pass through your land. We will not turn into the fields or into your vineyards. We will go along the king's highway until we have passed your borders. But Sihon would not suffer Yasharel to pass. So Sihon collected all the people of the Amorites and went forth into the wilderness to meet the children of Yasharel. And he fought against Yasharel in Yahat. And Yahuwah delivered Sihon, king of the Amorites, into the hand of the children of Yasharel. And Yasharel smote all the people of Sihon with the edge of the sword, and avenged the cause of Moab, their cousins. And the children of Yasharel took possession of that land, of the land of Sihon, of Amram, unto the Jabbok, from the Amram unto the Jabbok. That was the border.
Salakia, so you mean to tell me that they got all of that land from Moab through the Amorites?
From the Amorites, avenging the cause of their cousins, the Moabites.
That's how we came into possession of that land.
So let me say it again.
Israel, it's a long time before Ruth was born that we took possession of that land from the Amorites, not Moab. Sorry, Yanakota, go ahead.
And all right, so we're going to go to verse 17. And the children of Yasharel took possession of the land of Sihon, from Amram unto Jabbok, unto the children of Ammon, and they took all the spoils of the cities. And Yasharel took all these cities, and Yasharel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites. Verse 18 again. And Yasharel took all these cities, and Yasharel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites. And all the children of Yasharel reserved to fight against the children of Ammon to take their land also. So Yahuwah said unto the children of Yasharel, do not besiege the children of Ammon. Why? That's their cousins. neither stir up battle against them, for I will give nothing to you of their land. And the children of Yasharel hearkened to the word of Yahuwah and did not fight against the children of Ammon, their cousins. And the children of Yasharel turned and went up by the way of Bashan to the land of King Og of Bashan. And Og, the king of Bashan, went out to meet Yasharel in battle. And he had with him many valiant men, very strong force from people of the Amorites. See, this is the second Amorite nation, the other king. Excuse me. And Og, king of Bashan, was a very powerful man. But Naaran, his son, was exceedingly powerful, even stronger than he was. And Og said in his heart, now behold, the whole camp of Yasharel takes up a space of 3 parsa. Now will I smite them at once without sword or spear. And Og went up Mount Yahat and took therefore one large stone, and the length of it was 3 parsa. And he placed it on his head and resolved to throw it upon the camp of Yasharel, to smite all Yasharel with that stone. Now, mind you, to give a little backdrop, King Og of Bashan was a Nephilim. He was a giant. Continue. And the angel of Yahuwah came and pierced the stone upon the head of Og, and the stone fell upon the neck of Og, and Og fell to the earth on the account of the weight of the stone upon his neck. And at that time Yahuwah said to the children of Yasharel, be not afraid of him, for I have given him and all his people and all the land and all his land in your hands, and you shall do to him as you did to Sihon. And Moshe went down to him with all the number of the children of Yasharel, and Moshe smote Og with a stick at the ankles of his feet and slew him. Now, what stick was that? The stick of Yahuwah, the staff of Yahuwah. And the children of Yasharel afterward pursued the children of Og and all his people, and they beat and destroyed them till there were no remnant left of them. Moshe afterwards sent some of the children of Yasharel to spy out Yaazar, and Yaazar was a very famous city. And they went and they spied out, and they went to Yaazar and they explored it. And the spies trusted in Yahuwah, and they fought against the men of Yaazar. And these men took Yaazar and its villages, and Yahuwah delivered them into their hand, and they drove out the Amorite who had been there. And the children of Yasharel took the land of the 2 kings of the Amorites, 6 cities which were on the other side of the Jordan, from the brook of the Arnon unto Mount Kermit. And the children of Yasharel journeyed and camped into the plains of Moab, which is on this side Jordan, by Jericho. And the children of Moab heard all the evil which the children of Yasharel had done to the 2 kings of the Amorites, to Og and to Sihon. So all the men of Moab were greatly afraid of Yasharel. And the elders of Moab said, behold, the 2 kings of the Amorites, Sihon and Og, who were more powerful than all the kings of the earth, could not stand against the children of Yasharel. How then can we stand before them? Surely they sent us a message before now to pass through our land on their way, and we would not suffer them. Now they will turn upon us with their heavy swords and destroy us. And Moab was distressed on the account of Yasher, and they were greatly afraid of them. And they counseled together what to be done with the children of Yasher, who now have acquired property, a large real estate property just north of Moab. And the elders of Moab resolved and took one of their men, Balak, the son of Zippor, the Moabite, and made him king over them at that time. And Balak was a very wise man, and the elders of Moab rose up and sent the children of Midian to make sent to the children of Midian to make peace with them, for a great battle and enmity had been in those days between Moab and Midian, from the days of Hadad the son of Bedad, king of Edom, who smote Midian in the field of Moab, unto these days. And the children of Moab sent to the children of Midian, their cousins, and made peace with them. And the elders of Midian came to the land of Moab to make peace in behalf of the children of Midian. And the elders of Moab counseled with the elders of Midian what to do in order to save their lives from Yasher. And the children of Moab said to the elders of Midian, now therefore the children of Yasher look up all that are around about us, as ox lick up the grass of the fields. For thus they did to the two kings of the Amorites, who are stronger than we are. And the elders of Midian said to Moab, we have heard that at the time when Sihon, king of the Amorites, fought against you, when he prevailed over you and took your land, that he sent to Beor, the son of Eanus, and to Balaam, the son of Amram, Neharaim. For those of y'all that don't know, that just means Mesopotamia. And they came and they cursed you. Now therefore did the hand of Sihon prevail over you, that he took your land. Now therefore send you also to Balaam his son, for he still remains in this land, and give him his hire, that he may come and curse all the people of whom you are afraid. So the elders of Moab heard this thing, and it pleased them to send to Balaam, the son of Beor. So Balak, the son of Zippor, king of Moab, sent messengers to Balaam, saying, behold, there is a people come out of Mizraim. Behold, they cover the face of the earth, and they abide over against me. Now therefore come and curse this people for me, for they are too mighty for me. Perchance I shall prevail to fight against them and drive them out. For I heard that he whom you blessed is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed. So the messengers of Balak went to Balaam and brought Balaam to curse the people to fight against Moab. And Balaam came to Balak to curse Yasher. And Yahuwah said to Balaam, curse not this people, for it is blessed. And Balak urged Balaam day by day to curse Yasher, but Balaam hearkened not to Balak on account of the word of Yahuwah, which he had spoken to Balaam. And when Balak saw that Balaam would not accede to his wish, he rose up and went home, and Balaam returned to his land. And he went from there to Midian. And the children of Yisrael journeyed from the plains of Moab and pitched by Yarden from Bayet Ha Yashimoth even unto Avel Shittim at the end of the plains of Moab. And the children of Yisrael abode in the plain of Shittim and began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. Oh, interesting. And the children of Yisrael approached Moab, and the children of Moab pitched their tents opposite the camp of the children of Yisrael. See, they was trying to entice the men of Israel, perchance they could cause a mixing there, a bond, if you will. So it
Clearly they
says,
were
and the children
succeeding.
say what?
I said clearly they were succeeding.
Right, right. So verse 53, and the children of Yasharel approached Moab, and the children of Moab pitched their tents opposite of the camp of Yasharel. And the children of Moab were afraid of the children of Yasharel. And the children of Moab took all their daughters and their women of beautiful aspect and comely appearance, and dressed them in gold and silver and costly garments. Got them all dialed up. Got them all dialed up. Verse 55, and the children of Moab seated those women at the door of their tents in order that the children of Yasharel might see them and turn to them and not fight against Moab. I just told you they were trying to do that. It's like, look, we can't physically fight against them, but what happens if we show a little, a little leg at them? What happens when we show a little leg to them? So it says, all the children of Moab did this thing to the children of Yasharel. And every man placed his woman and daughter, not just his daughter, so his own woman. They placed his own woman and his daughter at the door of the tent. And all the children of Yasharel saw the act of Moab. And the children of Yasharel turned to the daughters of Moab and coveted them. And they went to them. And it came to pass that when an Hebrew came to the door of the tent of Moab and saw the daughter of a Moabite and desired her in his heart, he spoke with her at the door of the tent that which he desired. While they were speaking together, the men of the tent would come out and speak to the Hebrew like this unto this word. This is what they would say to him. Surely you know that we are brethren, that we are all the descendants of Lot and the descendants of Abraham, his brother, or of Abraham, his brother. Wherefore then will you not remain with us? Wherefore will you not eat our bread and our sacrifice? And the children of Moab had thus overwhelmed him in their speeches and enticed him by their flattering words, and they seated him in the tent, and they cooked and they sacrificed for him, and they ate of the sacrifice and of the bread. And they gave him wine, and he drank and became intoxicated. And they placed before him a beautiful damsel, and he did with her as he liked, for he knew not what he was doing, as he had drunk plenty wine. Thus the children of Moab, thus did the children of Moab to Yasharel in that place, in the plain of Shittim. And the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Yasharel on the account of this matter. And he sent a pestilence amongst them. There died Yasharel 24,000 men. Now there was a man of the children of Simeon, whose name was Zimri, the son of Kalub, who connected himself with the Midianite Kazibi, the daughter of Serd, king of Midian, in the sight of all the children of Yasharel. And Phinehas, son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw this wicked thing which Zimri had done. And he took a spear and he rose up and went after them and pierced them both and slew them. And the pestilence ceased from the children of Yasharel.
For those of y'all that might think that it's okay to be mixing your bloodline, we started to be cursed the moment we started mixing our bloodline. And the curse didn't let up. The pestilence didn't let up until that took place. Until he took that spear and ran them two through. For those of y'all that think that mixing is okay, the laws is done away with, all of that crap that them camps be preaching because of their great love for strange women, it's bullshit. Continuing on to chapter 86. Shalom, all of y'all that's in the chat. Thank y'all for joining us. Big shout outs to all of y'all. I'm glad that y'all joined us tonight. As y'all see, we getting down and dirty with these scriptures. These is the last two chapters of the night, but thank y'all for joining us. We're going to dive right on into chapter 86. At that time, after the pestilence, Yahuwah said to Moshe and to Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saying, number the heads of the whole community of the children of Yisrael, from 20 years old and upward. From 20 years old and upward. All that went forth in the army. And Moshe and Eleazar numbered the children of Yisrael after their families, and the number of all Yisrael was 700,730. And the number of the children of Levi from 1 month old and upward was 23,000. And amongst these there was not a man of those numbered by Moshe and Aaron in the wilderness of Sinai. For Yahuwah had told them that they would die in the wilderness. So they all died, and not one had been left of them, excepting Caleb, the son of Yephuneh, and Yahusha, the son of Nun. And it was after this that Yahuwah said to Moshe, say unto the children of Yisrael, to avenge upon Midian the cause of their brethren, the children of Yisrael. And Moshe did so. And the children of Yisrael chose from amongst them 12,000 men, being 1,000 to a tribe, and they went to Midian. And the children of Yisrael warred against Midian, and they slew every male, also the 5 princes of Midian. And Bilam, the son of Beor, did they slay with the sword. Verse 9. And the children of Yisrael took the women of Midian captive with their little ones and their cattle and all belonging to them. And they took all the spoil and all the prey, and they brought it to Moshe and to Eleazar to the plains of Moab. And Moshe and Eleazar and all the princes of the assembly went forth to meet them with joy. And they divided all the spoil of Midian, and the children of Yisrael had been revenged upon Midian for the cause of the children, their brethren, the children of Yisrael. So because they took advantage of Yisrael, causing a great many of them to die, a great many of y'all are going to die because of that. Don't think that everything's just sugar and grapes. This ain't no gumdrops. A lot of y'all going to have to die behind that. Go ahead, Yana Colton. Finish us out.
All right. Here we go. 87. 87 and 1. Can you hear me?
Check Roger.
All right, here we go. And at that time, Yahuwah said to Moshe, behold, your days are approaching to an end. Now take Joshua, the son of Nun, your servant, and place him in the tabernacle. And I will command him. And Moshe did so. And Yahuwah appeared in the tabernacle in a pillar of a cloud. And the pillar of cloud stood at the entrance of the tabernacle. And Yahuwah commanded Joshua, son of Nun, and said unto him, be strong and courageous, for you shall bring the children of Yisrael to the land which I swore to give them, and I will be with you. And Moshe said unto Joshua, Be strong and courageous, for you will make the children of Yisrael inherit the land, and Yahuwah will be with you. He will not leave you nor forsake you. Be not afraid nor disheartened. And Moshe called to all the children of Yisrael and said to them, you have seen all the good which Yahuwah Elohim has done for you in the wilderness. Now therefore observe all the words of this Torah and walk in the way of Yahuwah Elohim, and do not turn from the way which Yahuwah has commanded you, either to the right or to the left. For Yahuwah taught the children of for Moshe taught the children of Yasharel commandments and judgments and Torah to do in the land as Yahuwah has commanded. And he taught them the way of Yahuwah and his Torah. Behold, they are written upon the cipher of the Torah of Elohim, which he gave to the children of Yasharel by the hand of Moshe. And Moshe finished commanding the children of Yasharel, and Yahuwah said to him, saying, go up to Mount Abarim and die there, and be gathered unto the people as Aaron, your brother, was gathered. And Moshe went up as Yahuwah had commanded him, and he died in the land of Moab by the order of Yahuwah in the 40th year from Yasharel going forth from the land of Mizraim. And the children of Yasharel wept for Moshe in the plains of Moab for 30 days. And the days of weeping and mourning for Moshe were completed.
Hallelujah. So as y'all see, as y'all been going through this with us, we are now in the brand new generation. All the old generation, minus Caleb, minus Joshua, have been, well, not killed, but died. All right. Now is all of the kids that have grown up that's now getting ready to take the land. Those would be the chapters that we get into next week. Chapter 20, chapter 88. Again, thank y'all for joining us this evening. Big shout outs. If you guys are looking for more information, we have a lot of information on this channel, but if that's still not enough for you, I implore you, go to podcasts. Click on Negro Onlys. It will take you to the main Negro Onlys channel because we are shadow banned. You can also check out Sis Hadassah that's doing the hidden ones. She's doing great things. Kadar with Resurrecting the Truth. He's doing great things. Benaiah Israel needs no introduction in and of himself. Naphtali's New School of Thought. She's doing her thing over that way. There's a lot of information that's out here that you can get your hands on without having to get in bed with a lot of these camps that's pushing and twisting false doctrine to get what they want. You got anything to say, Yanakota?
I was going to say, as usual, when you're going through these scriptures, man, try all things by the Ruach. That's what we're commanded to do. So that's one way so you can't be bamboozled or led astray. It's by trying things through the Spirit, through the Ruach, putting it before the Father. The Most High is not going to lead you to the left or to the right. It's always a straight path. And honestly, man, just remember Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. So this is the conclusion of the entire matter. Fear Yahuwah and guard his command, for that's the duty of all men. That I say, Shalom Aleichem, my people.
Hallelujah. I will say, Barakatah Yahuwah Sebaoth, Bara HaShamayim, Haaretz, Allah Hakim, Shau, Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Eloheinu, Okadash, Akkad Yasharel, Elohai, Yeshai, Asher Natan Lanu, Aruach Shalom. Blessed are you, Yahuwah of the armies, creator of the heavens and the earth, the Elohim of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, our Elohim, the Holy One in Yisrael, my El and my salvation, for giving us the spirit of peace. With that being said, Shalom Yisrael. Oh, nope. Check Roger. Be looking this week. We should be having an open mic where we will be kicking it about what's going down in these households, in the black household and the Israelite household, how we became broken, where we are now, and what the hell we need to do to get back on the right track. With that being said, be on the lookout. Until next time, Yisrael, we love y'all, and we out.
Yeah, it's the blackout. And y'all know what them blacks about. Yeah. Okay, say it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Forget an LLC. The world was black owned. Black kings, black crowns on a black throne. Black kings, black queens making black clones. Black peace back east, bringing back those. Poverty, slavery, and they snatch souls. Prison system, feminism, and the crack soul. Still couldn't kill us, then we came back bold. The Most High put some fire on these black coals. I ain't here to jeopardize it, just to edify ya. This a Malcolm X mixed with some Hezekiah. This a Muhammad Ali with some Nehemiah. This will stop being the lowest, time to get higher. Even at our best, we still ain't maxed out. I wish I had a wood, I bring the axe out. And all we ever do is bring the facts out. Once the blacks come in, it's a blackout. Wow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Ain't no more black people going to hell. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The raising up Israel. Let's go. The raising up the